Hey guys, the folks at Zhiyun reached out to me and asked me to do a review of their entry-level smartphone gimbal, the Smooth X. Aside from super generic, non-branded gimbals that you'll find on Wish, this is, as far as I know, the cheapest phone gimbal on the market. Before we get started with the review, I just want to throw out there that Zhiyun did send me this product for free to keep, but that will have no influence on this review. What you're going to get from me is a fair and honest opinion. So with that being said, I would like to thank Zhiyun for this opportunity and for making this video possible. The only stipulation that Zhiyun has asked of me is that I put a link to their website for the Smooth X in the description below. Also, here's a quick second disclaimer. My phone, the Samsung Galaxy S7, is not on the list of being officially supported for this gimbal, but I'm going to move forward with this review anyway. I'll be putting a direct link to the list of phones that are officially supported in the description below. And as you can see from this list, iPhones will definitely have more compatibility options than Android. So let's crack open the box and see what we get. The gimbal comes in a pretty nice rugged rubberized zippered carrying case. It comes with a USB-C charging cable. We get the standard paperwork, a service card, operating manual, and a quick start pamphlet. Here's a nice little 1/4-20 tripod. And then the gimbal itself. The first time you unfold the gimbal, be very careful to follow the included procedure so as not to break anything. This is one of those instances where if you're forcing anything, you're doing it wrong. The body telescopes a pretty good distance, a little over 10 inches, and stays solid at full extension. You'll need to balance and load your phone into the gimbal's phone clip. It's all just kind of done by feel and trial and error. If you use a phone case, I recommend removing the phone from the case first, just to cut down on weight and bulkiness. The head rotates, as far as I can tell, almost a full 90 degrees, giving you a pretty good range of shooting options. Switching between portrait and landscape on your phone is as easy as double tapping the M button on the gimbal to switch modes. To get started, you'll need to pair the gimbal to your phone's Bluetooth and download the Zhiyun app. I downloaded it in the Play Store. If you're on an iPhone, you'll get it from the App Store. Setup is pretty straightforward. You'll be prompted to set up an account for activation and allow the proper app permissions. After I installed the app, I was alerted to a firmware update for the gimbal, which I installed. The entire process took a little over 5 minutes, after which I had to reconnect to the phone's Bluetooth. So if you did everything correctly, you'll see video within the Zhiyun app. And pardon my messy room, it's been a really busy week. Also keep in mind the video will look a lot better than this. I recorded this part of the tutorial remotely using the AnyDesk app on my phone. Alright, so for this part of the video I messed around for about 10 minutes trying to get the peace sign gesture to work within the Zhiyun app. And as it turns out, the instructions that came with the gimbal in the quick start guide are actually wrong. It says to do the peace sign to start recording. It is actually show your palm. I figured that out after coming back home and hitting the internet, so unfortunately I did not get video of it in practice. But I assure you that showing the palm does actually work. Alright, so I'm doing a recording now, and I apologize for the wind out here. I didn't think to bring a mic with me, and I didn't expect that it was going to be this windy. And I've got a box around my face, tracking my face now, so if I move left, right, it should follow me, and it should be pretty smooth, and it looks to be doing a pretty good job of that. The crowd that I think that this is designed for is really the Instagram and TikTok people, and the reason that I'm led to believe that is because when you go into vertical mode, it seems to work a lot better. Again, I'm tracking my face here, and it's got this really long selfie stick, so people with the Pelican gullet, like what I've got here, they really love looking fake attractive. This wind is insane, I am sorry. But I mean, look at me at this angle. The higher up I go, the more attractive I get. I mean, if I get to like, say about this spot right here, I'm practically George Clooney with back problems, but hey, small price to pay, right? Mwah. One of the things that I've noticed is that if you move out of frame too quickly, the tracking will lose you. So I had to reset it at that point, but it's back on now. But like if I switch hands and move very quickly out of frame, it can't keep up. So it's made for that slow, steady, smooth X kind of tracking. And if you've got too much going on too fast, it's really not going to do a good job of tracking you. But I think for most instances, it's going to be fine. When I got to the editing portion of this video, looking at the video, I noticed that the Zhiyun app, when in selfie mode, was recording everything mirrored. I had to fix that in the production of this video. And in this tracking test, I've locked on the duck to the right, though he or she really isn't much of a mover or a shaker. Tracking can also fail if you have too many similar targets in one shot, like all of these ducks for example. Overall stabilization is really good, with up and down being the biggest challenge, because it's only a 2-axis gimbal. But if you walk lightly, getting a steady shot shouldn't be a problem. I took a short hyperlapse and you can see the result. To be fair, hyperlapsing really isn't my thing. The app is also capable of time lapses, but I'm on call for work, and I can't be without my phone for long enough to test out a time lapse with this device. Sorry guys. So I'm kind of glad that I'm doing this test in really strong wind. It's difficult to hear me, but one thing that I did notice is that the gimbal motor, when a strong wind hits the phone and the phone acts like a sail, it was really fighting and struggling to move where I wanted it to be using the joystick remote. The wind was hitting the phone and keeping it from going where I wanted it to go. Now, I don't think most people are going to be using it while a thunderstorm's on its way. I'll switch over here in a second and show you just how windy it is out here. Basically what I was trying for now is a stabilization test. Now this is a 2-axis gimbal, so basically side to side. There shouldn't be any issues with this, and it looks to me like it's holding up fairly well. The only real problems that we may see in stabilization, because it's not a 3-axis, is the up and down part of it. A 3-axis gimbal will give you that stabilization as you move up and down. This is just side to side. But from what I've seen, it's stabilizing fairly well. So the last thing I have to check out is story mode, where I can film 4 small clips, and there's a built-in feature in the app itself that will kind of put together a little quick story, like for Instagram, or I don't know if that's a feature in TikTok. I don't use TikTok, but that's basically what it's for. So I'm going to do that now, and we're going to see how that looks. And there are different templates in there that you can use, pre-built templates that'll give you different looks. There's like a birthday party, there's a, story of my day kind of thing. But we're going to record some small clips now and put that together and see how that looks. Wow. The Zhiyun app also has some beauty mode features to help fake attractiveness, so if that's your thing, it's there. I've never used any beauty mode features because it always just makes me look like a plastic person. So my final thoughts? I'm pretty impressed. The performance was a lot better than I expected. Hearing that it's a 2-axis gimbal, initially I expected it to be nothing more than a glorified selfie stick, but I was absolutely wrong. I think if you do a lot of Instagram or TikTok videos, at the price, this is a really good value. It's awesome that it's lightweight and collapsible, which makes it easily portable. And I did forget to mention that it has a great battery life. If portability and ease of use is what you're after in a smartphone gimbal, this will definitely get the job done. However, if you want the ultra smooth stabilization over the portability, I would recommend something like the Zhiyun Smooth Q, which does have the third axis, and with that, you won't have to worry about ninja walking. So with all of that being said, I'm going to wrap up this video with a huge thank you to my supporters on Patreon. If you'd like to help out on Patreon, there will be a link in the description below. Donations are appreciated, but never expected. If you'd like to help my channel grow, the best way to do that is like, comment, share, and subscribe. Thank you for watching, have a great day, and I'll see you next time.